So once again, good afternoon, everyone. This will be our last topic, no, for this subject. No, but of course we have some case studies to be discussed. No, the Philippine Quality Award is the highest, actually, no, accrediting body in the Philippines. No, it is a global competitiveness template that aims to encourage and engage public and private organizations and other stakeholders to strive for and attain performance excellence. It is a national award program that recognizes achievements of public and private sectors organization in their journey towards performance excellence. So to give us more details about Philippine Quality Award, let us all welcome Madam Villamin.
Hi po, good afternoon everyone. My topic is all about Philippine Quality Award, PQA, SME Criteria for Performance Excellence. What is the Philippine Quality Award? The Philippine Quality Award or PQA is an integrated approach for performance management that sets the standard of excellence to help Philippine organizations achieve world-class performance. It provides an internationally comparable framework and criteria patterned from the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award of the US. For assessing organizational performance, it is a template for competitiveness based on the principles of total quality management. In addition, the PQA is the highest level of national recognition for exemplary organizational performance. It is not an award for product or service quality, but for a quality management system which hinge on improvement in the delivery of products and or services and provides a way of satisfying and responding to customers' needs and requirements. Established through Executive Order Number 448 issued by President Fidel B. Ramos on October 3, 1997. The award is given to organizations in the private and public sectors which excel in quality and productivity. It was institutionalized through the signing of Republic Act Number 9013 on February 28, 2001, also known as the Philippine Quality Award Act. Next is, which organizations may apply for the award? Companies or organizations from the private and public sectors located and operating in the Philippines may be eligible to apply for the award, and this include the following: private sector regardless of size, manufacturing companies, example, pharmaceutical companies, manufacturers of consumer industrial goods, foods or processed foods and semiconductor electronics companies, agricultural producers, service companies, educational institutions, healthcare institutions, or business processing outsourcing institutions. 4. Construction companies. 5. Non-profit organizations other than public sector, example, trade associations, charitable organizations, credit unions, or professional societies. And 6. Other industries. For public sector, the departments, bureaus, and attached agencies. 2. Government-owned and controlled corporations. 3. Government financial institutions. 4. State, community, universities, and colleges. 5. State, community, hospitals, local government units, and 7. Other government agencies. Who are involved in the award process? The PQA program is a public-private partnership involving the following: the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Department of Trade and Industry Secretary, PQA Executive Committee, Management Committee, Department of Trade and Industry Competitiveness Bureau or DTICB, award administrators for private sector and public sector, Board of Judges, and team of assessors. Next, what are the PQA criteria for performance excellence? The criteria for performance excellence provide organizations with an integrated, results-oriented framework in implementing and assessing processes in managing operations. These are the basis for the feedback given to the award applicant organizations after examination by PQA assessors. The criteria consists of 7 categories. 1. Leadership. 2. Strategic planning. 3. Customer. 4. Measurement, analysis, and knowledge management. 5. Workforce. 6. Operations. And 7. The results. What is the basis for the criteria? The PQA criteria are adopted from the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award of the United States. The National Quality Awards of other countries have adopted the Baldrige criteria framework for international comparability. The criteria are reviewed and updated every 5 years with the basis from the latest version of the Baldrige criteria during the review period. Next, what are the benefits gained from applying? Each applicant organization will benefit from applying to the PQA as follows. 1. Gains an outside perspective of the organization's strengths and opportunities for improvement through the rigorous evaluation of the organization's processes and results equivalent to about 550 to 600 hours of review by at least 5 quality practitioners from different industry, academe, and government. Second, receive a feedback report which outlines the team of assessors' findings based on the evaluation and can guide organizations' strategic planning and quality and productivity improvement. Third, should the applicant organization becomes a PQA awardee or recognition recipient, the organization's exceptional management practices becomes benchmarks and serve as models for other organizations that are on similar journey to performance excellence. How are award recipients selected? All applicants' organizations will undergo the following PQA assessment processes. 1, the eligibility determination. Second is the stage 1 or the independent review. Third, stage 2 initial consensus review. Fourth, stage 3 site visit review. Fifth, stage 4 final judges review. In eligibility determination, the organizations that intend to view for the award are required to submit an accomplished eligibility determination form that can be downloaded from the PQA website and submit to the PQA administrator. The submitted form will be reviewed by the administrator to identify eligibility of the organizations to apply for the award based on the set guidelines and policies. Stage 1 independent review. The assessment process begins with the independent review in which each member of the team of assessors is assigned to each of the application and conducts a desk review of the submitted application review. Stage 2, the initial consensus review. The team of assessors conducts a series of meetings to reach consensus on comments that capture the team's collective view of the applicant's strengths and opportunities for improvement. In the process, the team decides the score for each item and identifies the issues to clarify and verify if the applicant is selected for a site visit. Stage 3, site visit review. Applicants are selected to receive a site visit during the PQA pre-site visit review by the Board of Judges. Site visits are conducted for selected applicants to clarify uncertain points in the application and to verify that the information provided in the application is accurate. Stage 4, final judges review. The final consensus scorebook of organizations receiving a site visit is forwarded to the Board of Judges who makes final recommendation on which organizations will be recognized in any of the 4 PQA levels of recognition. How does an organization apply? First, they must accomplish eligibility determination form or EDF to identify organizations' compliance with eligibility requirements. And second, the application report consisting of the organizational profile and responses to the requirements of each criterion with the accomplished application form and previously submitted EDF which adhered to the prescribed format. Criteria for performance excellence overview and structure. The performance system consists of the 6 categories in the center of the figure. These categories define your processes and the results you achieve. Performance excellence requires strong leadership and is demonstrated through outstanding results. Those categories are highlighted in the figure. The leadership triad, leadership, strategic planning, and customers, emphasizes the importance of leadership, focus on strategy, and customers. The organizational profile sets the context for your organization. It serves as the background for all you do. The results triad, workforce, operations, and results includes your workforce focus processes, your key operational processes, and the performance results they yield. The system foundation, measurement, analysis, and knowledge management is critical to effective management and to a fact-based knowledge-driven system for improving performance and competitiveness. The basis of the criteria is a set of core values and concepts that are embedded in high-performing organizations. All actions lead to results, a composite of product and processes, customer focus, workforce focus, leadership and governance, and financial and market results. Key characteristics of the criteria. The criteria focus on results. The criteria focus on the key areas of organizational performance given below. Organizational performance areas are the A, product and service and process results, B, customer focus results, C, workforce focus results, D, leadership and governance results, E, financial and market results. The use of this composite of measurement is intended to ensure that strategies are balanced, that they do not inappropriately trade off among important stakeholders, objectives, or short and longer term goals. The second criteria is the criteria are non-prescriptive and adaptable. The criteria are made up of results-oriented requirements. However, the criteria do not prescribe the following: how your organization should be structured, that your organization should or should not have departments for planning, ethics, quality, or other functions, and that different units in your organization should be managed in the same way. The third criteria is the criteria support a system perspective in maintaining organization-wide goal alignment. The system perspective to a goal alignment is embedded in the integrated structure of the core values and concepts, the organizational profile, the criteria, the scoring guidelines, and the results-oriented cause-effect, cross-process linkages among the criteria items. And the last criteria is the criteria support goal-based diagnosis. The criteria and the scoring guidelines make up a two-part diagnostic assessment system. The criteria are a set of 17 performance-oriented requirements. The scoring guidelines spell out the assessment dimensions, process, and results, and the key factors used to assess each dimension. Criteria for performance excellence items and point values. Begin with the organizational profile. The organizational profile is the most appropriate starting point for a self-assessment and for writing an application. It is critically important for the following reasons. 1, it helps you identify gaps in key information and focus on key performance requirements and results. Second, you can use it as an initial self-assessment. If you identify topics for which conflicting little or no information is available, use these topics for an action planning. Third, it sets the context for and allows you to address unique aspects of your organization in your responses to the criteria requirements in categories 1 to 7. Categories and items. For leadership, the point value is 120. Senior leadership is 70, governance and societal responsibility is 50. So for leadership category, ang point po na may earn ng isang SME is 120 po. For strategic planning, strategy development is 45 points, strategic plan implementation 40 points, total of 85 points. For third category, customers, voice of the customer 40 points, customer relationships, 45 points, total of 85 points. Fourth categories is measurement, analysis, and knowledge management. Measurement, analysis, and improvement of organizational Performance, 45. Knowledge management, information, and information technology, 45 points, total of 90 points. Fifth categories is workforce. Workforce environment, 40 points. Workforce engagement, 45 points, total of 85 points. Sixth categories, operations. Work processes, 45 points. Operational effectiveness, 40 points, total of 85 points. And for the results, product, service, and process results, 120 points. Customer focus results, 80 points. Workforce focus results, 80 points. Leadership and governance results, 80 points. Financial and market results, 90 points, total of 450. So for the 7 categories, the total points is 1,000 points. Core values and concepts. These beliefs and behaviors are embedded in high-performing organizations. They are the foundation for integrating key performance and operational requirements within a results-oriented framework that creates a basis for action, feedback, and ongoing success. The PQA criteria are built on the following set of interrelated core values and concepts. 1, the systems perspective. 2nd, the visionary leadership. 3rd, the customer focus excellence. 4th, the valuing people. 5th, the organizational learning and agility. 6th, focus on success. 7th, managing for innovation. 8th, management by PAC. 9, societal responsibility. 10, ethics and transparency. 11, delivering value and results. How to respond to the criteria. These guidelines explain how to respond most effectively to the requirement of the 17 processes and results criteria items. The first step is you must learn about the PQA framework. 2nd, understand how to read and respond to a criteria item. 3rd, review the scoring guidelines. 4th, understand the meaning of key terms. 5th, start with the organizational profile. The second is responding to process items. Although the criteria focus on key organizational performance results, these results by themselves offer little diagnostic value. For example, if some results are poor or are improving at rates slower than your competitors or comparable organizations' results, you need to understand why this is so and what you might do to accelerate improvement. You must understand the meaning of how and understand the meaning of what. Next is responding to the result items. First, you must focus on your organization's most critical performance results. Second, report levels, trends, and comparisons and show integration. The last is responding efficiently. First, you must cross-reference when appropriate. Ensure that each item response is as self-contained as possible and that responses to different items are mutually reinforcing. Second, use a compact format. Third, use graphs and tables. Third and last, use graphs and tables. And for the scoring system, the scoring of responses to PQA criteria for performance excellence items is based on two evaluation dimensions, the process and the results. The score criteria responses consider the following information relative to the item requirement in the scoring guidelines: the key business factors presented in the organizational profile and the maturity and appropriateness of the approaches, the width of the deployment and the strengths of the learning and improvement process and of the results presented. First scoring dimension is process. Process refers to the methods your organization uses and improves which address the requirements in categories 1 to 6. And the results are the outputs and outcomes your organization achieves which address the requirements in category 7. Summary of eligibility categories and restriction. For private sector applicants, small and medium enterprises, defined under the Magna Carta for small and medium scale enterprises as business engaged in manufacturing services, agriculture, and other industries with not more than 200 full-time employees and not more than 100 million capitalization. For the large enterprises, manufacturing companies or their subsidiaries, service companies, agriculture, other industries. For public sector applicants, departments, bureaus, and attached agencies, government-owned and controlled corporations, and government financial institutions, state universities and colleges, local government units, and other government agencies. Next, the eligibility restrictions. The following are the eligibility rules and restrictions. The applicant must have been in existence for at least 3 years at the time of application. An application is eligible only if it is self-sufficient to be examined in all 7 criteria categories and can be inspected in the Philippines. The Department of Trade and Industry and its regional offices, attached agencies, and current award. Administrators are not eligible to apply for the PQA. Subsidiaries. In the manufacturing and service categories, subsidiaries of a company may be eligible for the award subject to the following conditions. One, must be self-sufficient. Second, must have a clear definition of its own organizations and be recognized by its customers as a distinct business entity. And third, must not perform solely business support functions such as sales, marketing, distribution, customer service, finance and accounting, human resources, environmental health safety of employees, purchasing, legal services, and research development. Multiple application restrictions. A subsidiary and its parent organization cannot both apply for PQA in the same year. Other requirements for all applicants: must comply with relevant statutory and regulatory requirements and must have employees or employee trained in PQA application development course. Next is the piece for the 2019-2021 award cycle. For medium to large organizations, provinces, cities, and class 1 to 2 municipalities, line agencies, bureaus, GOCCs, and GFIs, 50,000. For a small organization, class 3 to 6 municipalities and regional branches of line agencies, 30,000. This piece shall be reviewed and adjusted annually. That's all. Thank you for listening po.
Okay, so again, as I mentioned earlier, no, the Philippine Quality Award is the highest accrediting body in the Philippines. No? Actually, the main objective of the Philippine Quality Award is to promote standards in organizational performance comparable to those of leading business abroad, pursuant to countries' effort to be globally competitive. Another, of course, is to establish a national system for assessing quality and productivity performance, thus providing local organizations, regardless of size, sector, and maturity, with criteria and guidelines for self-assessment to guide their quality and productivity improvement efforts. And of course, to recognize the organizations in both the private and public sector which excel in quality management and overall organizational performance, thus providing Philippine industries with benchmarks and models to emulate. So that's it for Philippine Quality Award.